Tell me this concept art for the new raid, guys, isn't chills. You see they finished the Kazaros art? Oh, guys, it's what's his name? It's Karthus. Dude, look at that though. He looks so hard, bro. I don't even care about like this, but it looks so hard, no? Yup. You guys didn't hear, we're gonna go over everything, but it's gonna be a 2-dungeon raid. The first one they said will be a casual 1-2 one. 2 gates for story enjoyers. And they'll be consistent of, this is the entrance, what it looks like. And then you'll fight the gatekeeper. This is definitely some lore-based shit because it's also Theamine. It's supposed to be the reflection. Remember lore arc? So that's definitely something here, bro. And then you're gonna enter into this. Bro, this shit is hard, bro. And then, dude, tell me this is not this. You walk up the staircase in this giant gate and then look at Kadalin over there, bro. Absolute fucking cinema, bro. Guys, 100% Yusung is right, guys. I will once again win the world first race again, guys. I'll be the back-to-back 2-time, guys. As you guys all know, I will be the back-to-back 2-time once again. By the way, holy shit, guys. I almost crashed out, or I did crash out at least 25 times last night. At least. I called in the chat bubble some people some terrible things. I'm not gonna lie, like I won't say who it was, but I was insulting so many of you guys, you have no idea. I mean, some of you guys I've never seen before. I was insulting so many people in the chat bubbles and I would just delete it. Like, I'm not kidding. I would be like,
shut the fuck up, you stupid son of a...
I did that shit so many times, bro. It's fucked. It was like I sent one of those. I did insult somebody. I couldn't stop myself. I did insult someone last night. But the problem is whenever I insult somebody, they would just stop. And then they'd be like, I love you too, Mr. Man. I love you, Mr. Man. I go, oh, fuck. And then I would go like, you know what I mean? Like it would happen. You know what I mean? You literally have to close the chat room. Now, granted, we're going to watch the entire stream back because it's, I think it's good because there's a lot of things in there that were like sprinkled in there and a lot of things that were like just glazed over. And then a lot of things that were mistranslated sometimes. I don't know what's going to be at low on. I mean, I think it's pretty much confirmed now. I mean, for me, you know, for me, I loved the live stream last night. I really did because it is what personally for me, the direction of the game I want it to go. So I won last night. Now that's not going to be the direction that everyone wants the game to go. And I totally get that. I'm not saying it is the best direction. It's the direction that I personally want it to go. So hearing them verbalize that was now again, I want to phrase this with it's on record. He said it, they have to follow through. I mean, if they don't follow through, then it's like, hey, you know, like this is a fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me thing. So, you know, I hope they stick to it and they just do it. I do think you're definitely going to see some people, at least in Korea. I don't think in the West. I think in the West, it'll be a universal W, but I think in Korea, you will see some people quit. But that's not what it's important, right? Like I've said before, I think that you need to, it's just an approach to games. I mean, dude, this is something that fucking Zeals is asking for a long time. This is something that a lot of people, like we've been saying for years, you know, the game just needs to move in this direction and then just try to implement some hardcore content for the small people that do like it. But yeah, I think people will quit because, you know, they've catered to a specific audience for a really long time. But I think it's more about getting new people into the game, right? Just more important. So I'm happy that they, you know, it was, if you really paid attention to the stream and you weren't just sitting there molding at your keyboard while he was trying to explain things, I want to give some context, right? Like number one, the reason why he spent 40 minutes talking about things is A, that's what Gold River used to do. So I'm pretty sure at some point he just decided to go with that route where they show and explain why they did stuff. It's funny though, watching it, because like that's what a lot of people asked for. And then when they did it, everyone's like, fuck it, shut the fuck up. Just tell me what you're going to do, right? Which I get it. It's frustrating because you want to know what they're going to do. And if you would have just ended the stream like that, then yeah, it would have sucked. Because you explained a lot of why they did what they did. He even used the word greed, which I thought was fantastic because it was greedy. But on top of that, then he tried to explain things and then they ended up, you know, just basically just straight up admitting that like the direction of the game that they were doing is just not going to work. And they have to stick to a new one. And I think that will make some people quit. And on top of that, I think that they did something for a little bit of everyone, right? It was about casualizing the game. It was about making things more accessible. It was about, you know, agreeing where they were being stubborn. And then it was about introducing some end game content at the very end, which is important, you know? I thought it was the best live stream they've done in a long time. Again, you have to wait to see, but there was some actionable things in there once again. You know, I want to make it definitely just clear because I know some people are out there that are like skeptical and stuff. That's totally justified and fair, right? Like they have to follow through on what's being said, but they said what they were going to do. And so I think this Loa in particular, this is what I said in the last stream we did, where I said that they need to get through the raid and then just spend some time focusing on making the game more fun. And I hope that this summer will be that, right? I think we're going to get a banger raid, a cool class launch that everyone wants to see, some nice needed change to the game on the more like systematic side of things. And then I'm down for a beach episode of them just improving the game. They called it, he said last night, we'll watch it, that season 3 or tier 4 is going to be broken up into 2 parts. It's the vertical part is going to end with Kazaros, and then they're going to focus on quote unquote adventure, which just kind of means they're just going to try to do more, I think, fun shit. I hope they spend less time on systems and more time on just fixing old things. You know what I mean? Just old systems in terms of like content systems, like Una's is an example. Life skilling is another example. Any social systems are another example. I think those things over anything need to get repaired. Even islands is another thing, right? I mean, like I said, for me, it's not a glaze. You know, I know this probably goes up on YouTube, and I know on YouTube, you know, I totally get how people are over there, and I think it's totally justified to just want to wait and see what they do. For me, I personally feel like now, if the direction is going in a more casual approach, he said that they wanted to make the game. It was really good, bro. Like, it was like, again, I love this type of shit. So for me, it was my stream. It was like my kind of stream. I love game philosophy and like game approach and those things to me, like the game trends. I enjoy that. Like, it's the thing I enjoy talking about the most. So what I thought was great, he was saying that the genre of gaming and other games in general are becoming more lighthearted and more casual. And this is something that we talked about with Zeals on that one podcast thing after Loan, that like that's what gaming is. It's just becoming a little bit more chill. And he said they want to rebuild the image a little bit, and Lost Ark needs to evolve with other games. And the game has just been known to be this super sweaty like raiding game, and that just doesn't work. It does appeal a certain audience of players, but that's a small group of people. And I think challenge mode solves a lot of that. Catastrophe mode solves a lot of that. Just give a raid with let people go in there and just beat up a boss and either parse, speed run, and fucking grind it out, right? Like, that's what those people want, and those people deserve to have that type of content. Even if it's 5 to 10% of players, those are your end game enthusiasts, right? And though they should have content, but the whole game shouldn't be formed around those people. This is something that we had in WoW a long time ago. When WoW was going through this shit, it was like they didn't try to appeal to a lot, and you do need to try to create content for everyone. All right, here we go, guys. We have a absolute fucking cinema of a stream, guys. So this is gonna be a long one. I think at one point, guys, he dead ass is about to cry. So the first portion of this stream, guys, is basically, again, he's going to explain. No, he actually looked like he was going to cry. No, I honestly, bro, listen, I want you guys to have critical thinking skills. I hope, to understand what I'm saying, I hope this guy is getting paid a lot, because Smilegate sends this guy up here to get just absolutely shit on. Right? Because you guys have to understand, there is a rewards designer, there's a systems designer, there's a raid designer, there's a class designer. They all do different things. They work on it, bring it to him, and then he has to come up here and get just fucking shit on. And the people that play the game today, no offense, are just a bunch of angry ass goblins. It's the motherfucking truth, right? You just admit you're an angry goblin and it's fine. I don't think, like, some of you are people cute, but we obviously need to bring in some new cuties into the game. We do. So it's fucked too, because like what I want to preface this with is he has to explain why they're doing stuff. He has to explain why they did what they did, why they made the mistakes that they made. None of you guys cared about this, but it is important to preface why they did what they did, because people wanted to hear it. And it was 40 minutes of this because they released a 1.5 hour documentary podcast thing, basically just trying to expose the whole game, which is fair. It's all valid. But that's why he spent so much time doing it. I know you guys don't care, but you don't speak Korean, right? So you don't give a shit. You're just sitting there waiting for, basically you're watching Benji's stream of him doing this. Dude, every streamer was not looking at their chat. All of them. Benji wasn't reading his chat. Fucking none of them were reading the chat. They were just like this. Because the whole chat is just fucking like, you're a fucking dick face. Fuck you. Bro, I banned like 3 people in Benji's chat. I did. because they were saying some unhinged shit. They were saying some crazy shit. Like I'm not like just banning for fun. Like they were like I let people cuss and say whatever the fuck they want to call them a loser. I let that, but there was some like fucking crazy shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like it's like, and so I felt bad because at one point he has to like walk back something or like, hey, like we need sorry that we fucked up about the books dropping, which is like crazy that you have to apologize for that, right? You have to understand, but for them, they don't want to piss off the people that spend money in their game, guys. It's just that they can't. So he has to sit there and feel nervous about that. And then he has to feel nervous about the gem change and walking that back, which is like a net W overall. But that's what I want to get across. Like they have to be nervous to do that, because there's so much fucking like pressure on them to like not walk back the things that they did. And the craziest part though is I don't know if it's a multiple times he's gonna go, we shouldn't have done that, we fucked up. And then there's just some straight up fucking in the chat, take accountability. It's like, brother, I'm not trying to glaze this guy, but we're spending 40 minutes of him just sitting there saying, oh, we fucked up, I'm sorry, for 40 minutes. I don't want to listen to this anymore. Right? I don't want to listen to this anymore. Like, I'm over him, I don't care anymore. But we have to sit here for people. That's why it takes 40 minutes. Because there's just some people that are, like, if he can be like, yo, guys, we fucked up, and everyone's like, yeah, we get you fucked up, what are you going to do about it? Right? Fair enough. But there are some people that are so stupid that actually don't even listen to what somebody's saying. It's like, bro, like, why are we spending this much time doing this? KR sounds toxic. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't a KR player. It was somebody in the fucking chat. It was one of you guys. This guy's taking no accountability. He's blaming us. It's like, bro, like, what are you saying? Like, just, bro, like, shut the, like, it's like that shit. So then I type an insult and I have to delete it. I had to. I insulted every single one of you guys at least once. And I said some fucked up shit. Like shit that shit posted. I mean, bro, that's like some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobby shit. I'm not even kidding. I fucking said some fucked up shit to some of you guys.
Greetings, adventurers. Lost Ark Director, Jayhawk Jun here. So the atmosphere, the reactions have been pretty bad. The recent Chinese stream.
I love that he said
All
that.
the reactions, the bad reactions. We are aware of that.
The whole chat was spamming Chinese during this, by the way. I don't know if you guys read. There were so many Chinese messages in the chat. There were so many of them. They were all like, it was all the Koreans just spamming Chinese in the chat. That's what they were all spamming Chinese.
I know that a lot of adventurers are watching the stream with a worried mind.
Benji was nervous as fuck.
I think we have a lot to discuss today. The reasons it has come to this is because of all the bad decisions that were made. It all accumulated. We were not able to deal with those problems at the time when they happened. And so it is our mistake, our fault.
Fault counter 1.
We are doing live streams every month. We have been doing. But I feel like we have not been on top of our communication game.
Okay, this is crazy. Him saying that is wild because they did 3 live streams back to back. Okay, 3 in a row. Guys, I'm gonna link you the video. If you want to go watch the video by yourself, you can go do that. Here you go. Here's the video. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care. Watch the video. Him saying that to me was fucking crazy because we get 0 communication. I don't even know how we play this game respectfully. So we wait months with nothing. This guy's doing 3 live streams a week. We can't even get it live. I'm gonna hope Henry can come out for a lot. We get no communication, nothing. I'm actually gonna go talk to the boys later this week. I want, like, we need some more fucking communication, please, bro. Just something. Like, I want some, just anything, bro. Like anything more consistently.
The things I've said may have given you a wrong impression. There's a lot of issues and they are connected together in a very organic, tight fashion. So it's hard to pinpoint any single issue. It's
Wine
been
is so
1
good.
year and a month and a half since I've been director. The decisions I've made as director and the reasons behind each of them. I feel like this stream should be dedicated to that. And then I might also bring up future direction, but I wanted to discuss. If I go back to when I was first became director, what I initially planned to focus on was vertical content, pushing vertical content
Vertical
fast.
God.
Among
What a
among
stupid
the players.
What a stupid fucking name, Vertical God. Like it was such a stupid fucking. And then we started calling him Omnidirectional God. What a stupid fucking name. But yeah, he came in and he just wanted to push a lot of vertical content. That was the idea. I mean, that was the direction of the game, though. Just let's pump out raids, give tons of progression systems. I unironically think the DBZ Scouter thing that he's going to talk about will be one of the best things in terms of desire to push your character's progression more than anything else. We don't have that in the game. That's what I'm telling you. You guys might hate on Mushy all you want. That's what makes Mushy fun, is that you have a number and there's different ways to increase it.
There was a lot of
You'll see.
desire, want for more vertical content. It is also a promise that I made with the players to push vertical content faster. At one of the showcases, I also brought up that
We call them
wanted the
omnidirectional,
players
God.
to feel that excitement that they had back in the era of Vulcan, Vicus, and Clown.
That's fair.
So back right before the start of season 3, the spec up, the progression methods of season 2 had come to a maximum point.
Len,
It was
thanks for the
difficult
tier
to
1 sub,
add
homie.
any
Appreciate that, bro.
additional progression methods. And so we tried to diverge from the traditional
What's up, Habibi?
ways by bringing in elixir and transcendence and such.
How are you, sir?
But looking back at it, was it fun? Not really.
That's what I hope they don't. That was one of my favorite things in the beginning portion. At least he's saying elixirs and transcendence fucking suck. Okay, so he explained why they did it. People asked for a better way to progress your character. That's why I think the scouter thing is going to be way better, bro. Because having a overall, because people say gear score is not that. Gear score is, so if you guys don't know what CP is versus gear score takes your gear and averages the item level. That's pretty much what you guys have today. You have gear score. Why it's different is basically in this game, let's say you go out and get a new accessories, you go out and you get a transcendence thing. Nothing changes visually for you, except that the system is there, right? But you don't actually see like some raw gain, right? Like you don't see it. You only experience it, but you don't see it, right? There's no way for you to be like, yo, I got this much stronger. It from when you hover over it. Okay. Back in the day when the game was new, there wasn't that many systems. So the only system that we really had was a lot of it was honing. So when you honed, honing felt good. Being at a high item level felt good. Nowadays, honing has for sure lost a lot of excitement. How many of you guys don't feel the same way you do as your item level, like as you do about item level back in the day? I mean, people tell you item level is one of the worst things. It doesn't feel as good. When you increase your item level, it is not that exciting. It doesn't feel good. It's only the entrance point to the raid. It doesn't feel like you've gained anything. Same thing with WoW. Again, it's the same exact system that we have. You get all of your items, you average the item level of it, and that's what your item level is. That's what your gear score is. In MapleStory, combat power, what it does is different things are valued in terms of how much raw power they give you. So having a combat power, when you interact with bracelets or you get new accessories, so when you equip new highs or whatever it's gonna be, and you look at your combat power, it will shoot up. So then you go, oh, fuck, I gained so much from that. And that is the whole reason why I continue to play MapleStory, was that every day I made gains and I saw the number. It was a way to visualize my gains. So with transcendence and elixirs and things like that, number one, yes, it was cool to have a new way to progress your character, which the game should have. It should have different progression methods. But outside of getting the 50 set, there was no real like pinnacle thing to tell you how much stronger you got. This is something that we need bad now. You guys ask for the API a lot. And it's something that I was like, whatever, bro. Like, I don't care about fucking seeing the auction house. We always ask, why do you want the API? Why do you want the API? Now that I saw that Korea has a system where you put your character in and it will tell you from top to bottom, what are the biggest upgrades you can make to gain more power? And once we get this system in the game, it's going to be so easy to know what are the biggest gains you can make. Dude, that's huge, guys, because if somebody's new or whatever, or you don't know, you can just see, hey, this is the biggest gain I can make now. It could be a bracelet, it could be cards or whatever, it could be gems, it could be accessories. That's fucking insane, bro. That's going to be so huge, especially now with this new scouter system. So for me, I think it's fine to have elixirs, transcendence, not the mini games. Don't get me wrong. Just new progression methods, but let it contribute to a total number so I can see it go up. Oh my God, I just jumped fucking 5K, right? And then you'll be this alone. I bet you fucking anything. After playing other Korean MMOs, this over anything will get people to interact with systems more because item level doesn't work anymore. It doesn't even matter anymore. Somebody could be 1690 and a 1690 versus 1690, they're not the same, right? You could have transcendence, they could have no transcendence, right? So, but when a person sees As soon as you see your rat alt, how weak it is, okay? I get it. You're like, oh my God, now 100% people are gonna look at your thing, but ideally the game isn't designed about just raids. That's the idea here. But now it'll be obvious, oh my God, my rat is so weak, right? And you'll get motivation to wanna like gear it up. Because I don't have motivation to gear up my alts. There's just, I don't play them anymore. It just feels gross. It just doesn't feel fun. But when you make a new character in MapleStory and you see that number go up, trust me, it feels very good. Even if you don't play the game, I'm not trying to, it's just, that's why I'm like, you guys should look at other games and see what they're doing so you can take the good things from it. And that's what it does very well, bro. The character progression in that game is fucking S tier. It's the best of any Korean MMO I've played. By a mile, bro. It's the best. That system coming over here will be very, very good. And so I don't blame them for doing Transcendence and Elixirs, but I think the implementation was wrong. And I think not having a way to gauge how much power it gives you is massive.
It was not a good farming method, a farming system, and it was hard to provide. Once players had completed Elixirs and Transcendence, there was no longer any excitement for drops and such.
That sucks too. Our drop progression is bad in this game, bro.
And so
it's bad. It's bad.
We felt the need to bring a new season in order to provide excitement for progression, farming,
this was fair.
Drops, and that is how all the mistakes that we committed began. The starting point. At Luon summer of last year, we announced season 3, and that was the issue of bracelets, hard reset on bracelets. It was pretty much a hard reset. I mean, it was a hard reset.
It wasn't. It was a hard reset without the benefit of a hard reset. It was. You all had to go out and get new everything, right? It was a hard reset. You had to refarm everything. The only thing it did not provide was what's the benefit of a hard reset? Letting new people in, right? And that's what they did wrong. They made a hard reset for us without letting a new person get in, which was the dumbest decision of all time.
So our two big mistakes were pushing vertical content too fast and introducing way too many progression methods all at once. So why did we do that? I think it was greed.
For me, I was happy to hear that. I was happy to hear it. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, all right, W. It's not like we don't all know. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, just say you want the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all know that shit anyway. So just say it. We all know. So I was, again, for me, I was just sitting there and I'm like, all right, this is W, bro. Like, at least it's just saying the shit. Now, I get it. You have to say it. But this is what Saint said last that was so true, bro. I've played games where sometimes a company is so stubborn that even at death's door, they won't change their approach. You know what I mean? No matter what, bro. And games die like that. They just don't change. They just keep saying, this is the way we're going to do it. And I fucking hated that about Lost Ark. That is my biggest pet peeve with Lost Ark, is that they had this stupid narrative. It's a team game. We don't want DPS fucking analytics and meters. It's like, it's so stupid. It's like, brother, like that's not what games are today. You have to be able to make adjustments to what. How many times have I played this clip, guys? Somebody tell me. It's not about what you like, motherfucker. It's the consumer. It's not what you like. He's like, I like snakes and sparklers. Okay, brother, that's great that you like that. But if other people don't like that and you're in the business of making money and making the consumer happy, you need to make what people like. So it doesn't matter if you don't like this. I don't give a fuck what you don't like. Is it like, I'm consuming. I'm paying money. Your salary is funded by the players of the game. So you got to do what people like. That's good business. That's good fucking That's why I don't do there's a bunch of things in my stream I want to do. I don't always do it. Why? Because I know you guys don't like it. Now, sometimes I say, fuck you guys, I'm going to do what I want to do. But that's like rare, you know? Maybe I'll go on a little game vacation. Like, I fucking hate that 2-bit pixel game. Fuck you. Well, fuck you too, motherfucker. But like, sometimes that's what I like to do. I need to go do something for myself.
Back in season 2, the meta was kind of stale.
That was true.
No more excitement for drops. So we wanted to provide that motivation to keep growing, keep playing. We also had plans to introduce things bit by bit, step by step. So initially we released things like gems and books. And then 1 month after the start of the season, we released the ancient gear, and then in August we had Hyper Awakening Unleashed. So we wanted
I call bullshit a little bit here though. I call bullshit because you released all of the expensive systems at once, but then this is where you fucked up. The free shit, like the Ark Pass, the points, You gonna milk that shit though, right? The ones that anybody could get for free, you let that shit kind of drizzle out, right? Like, oh, a little bit of milk.
Introduce things bit by bit, but in actuality, was pretty much done all in the span of a month, basically.
There you go.
And so it led to a lot of pressure on players. We admit a lot of demand, but very little supply. So prices skyrocketed.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot of pressure. And we have this culture of first clear, the first clear culture, right? Whenever a new raid is released. So when players wanted to fight for that
The reason why you have a culture of first clear is because you lock the progression behind that shit. And who the fuck don't want to get that shit early, bro? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have first clear culture if you need the clear to get your
first
shit.
clear title. Back in when A gear was released, they had to
Friday!
buy books and gems and such at a very high price. They were forced to.
Thank you for the Prime 11, homie.
And then there's the issue of Esther weapons, Ella. So why do we force players to upgrade their Esther weapons through Ella in that fashion? So we did some simulation tests. So how much it would take to upgrade the weapon to 25, like a normal weapon, versus like how much should we put the price of upgrading Esther weapon?
Is that explanation so regarded? Okay, fuck. What I was gonna say, guys. So I don't know.
Farming.
I know this does require a little bit of critical thinking skills, and this isn't an insult, but I want you guys to understand that his explanation for things will not make sense because what turned out was bad. Does that make sense? It's not like you are some 5,000 galaxy brain genius when you're like, what is he saying? That's regarded. Of course it will be because it was bad, right? If he did something that was good, then you would go, oh, that makes sense. But hindsight, you'll look at something, and if he explains why if I told you why I lied to you about something, okay? You're going to say, bro, why did you do that? That's what you're going to say. Bro, why did you do that? It's not a W. It's literally me explaining. It's just, okay, listen, again, I know it requires some critical thinking skills. And for some people, that's a lot. And hey, I understand. It's hard to critically think about things. But when you're sitting here listening to his explanation, it's not supposed to make sense because the end result was bad. Man, the game is having to get old. They know about the problems for years that they don't need to defend. I'm not defending him. Guys, critical thinking is hard. Guys, me explaining to you, guys, how fucking stupid.
So it was our shortcomings. All in all, we're just really dumb. And I feel like we did not express how sorry we are thoroughly.
There's the bow.
So I need to apologize right now. It's too late. It's too late. It's definitely too late. So we will make amends. Even though it's late, I feel like we need to make some amends. So depending on the cost of the Ella weapon at the time when the purchase was made, we will provide Esther stones.
They're going to give a refund. He's giving a refund. Yo, guys, you're going to get a little refund, a little Esther stone refund.
To those people who made the purchases. So it'll depend on the market price at the time when the Esther weapon was upgraded. But of course, those Esther stones will be bound.
What's the point of refund? You can use it on the next Esther. There's obviously more than what there's out. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
At the beginning of Season 3...
Wait, Zeals is back big.
We released Hyper Awakening Road, so an express. So... the market did not stabilize as we expected, and so we introduced the Hyper Awakening Road in order to help players progress. We thought we had the means to
don't do it. Wait, Goblin. Wait.
Level.
This was crazy.
So at the time, back in August, basically most players, 90% of players quit before they hit 1640 because of the costs of progression. And so we felt that at the time we needed to stabilize prices in order to help new players advance in the game. And we thought we had done enough, but because of these measures and around the time...
Did he say 90%? Oh, wow.
We had way too much gold being unleashed in the market. So this graph here shows pressure for gold, like the demand for...
So this graph apparently shows gold needed or cost from starting from Theamine leading to the current strike rate.
For gold. This indicates the demand for gold. Like how much gold you need compared to how much gold can be created, produced.
So this is what you needed?
So in the middle, the highest bar indicates Season 3 start. This is...
Yeah, This is what I was saying. At the end, it was pretty chill, remember? But then here it was just so fucked. This was the end of season 2, I believe.
This is how much gold you might have to spend versus how much gold you're
Act 1,
making.
Act 2.
And so the discrepancy is large.
It's almost 4 times. This is a lot, bro.
And so compared to season 2, the discrepancy is very noticeable. A large need for gold compared to how much gold is being produced. And this pressure led to a change in the way the game is being played. So
This said, the next graph shows that people who swipe via the Cash App versus people who swipe peer-to-peer RMT. So they literally know that there's all these rice farmers, which is just disgusting.
a lot of players create multiple accounts.
This is who's left playing
And
the
then players
fucking
start-
game, bro. Like that's why. This is why you can't listen, bro. Who do you think is generating all of this? This is why they can't fix. They need to change something fundamentally here because there's all these fucking rats. It's not G2G for them. It's literally people that play the video game and then they sell their. This is what it is. This is what happens. And who do you think's supplying this? Rats. And so this is the problem that they get when you make it too easy. And why this inflated was when they added in that express event. They got one express event and these motherfuckers out here just making these little alt characters and then using an OPA system where they get carried through. So I just want to make this super clear, guys. This is why this type of shit is bad in the game. It's literally in front of your face. This is why the busing is bad. This is why the RMT stuff is bad. Because what happens is this inflates the price of everything. Natural demand would mean that when people can't afford something, it would go down, right? If people stopped buying something because it was too expensive, the demand would be lower. But when people buy things that they shouldn't be able to afford, it would go down. And when you're in a game with, didn't you get bust? What are you saying? Are you like, we get a joke that, like, what are you saying? What are you saying? People are still busting on stream. I get it. I get it. I don't like it, but I'm just showing you that this is the downside of this. It's when things should not be affordable. Why this is bad for you is because you only make a set amount per week. And when that happens, people then do what? They swipe. And when they swipe, they're going to buy things that they couldn't afford. But when things are cheaper, you're going to swipe more. And you're going to be able to afford and maintain a price of something that shouldn't be priced at that. I just want to make it clear when I say all this stuff, it's not me just yapping. It's fucking true. This is why that shit's bad, guys. It's not that I dislike people that bust. I don't hate them personally. It's not that I dislike people that cheat in a fucking video game. It's a literal fucking video game. But it does have bad repercussions for the game. So ideally things are cheaper so that people don't feel the need to do this. And it's not so much pressure. Like you don't need this much gold. Like if this was better, then maybe you would feel less pressure. And on top of that, if there was more content that was difficult to do in the game, repeatable content, challenging content, then maybe people would find enjoyment doing those types of activities. The problem is, like I said, there's a lot of pieces of shit in this game in general. There just are. Like they just are. You know what I mean? There's still fucking here too. It's so cringe. There's a lot of just fucking pieces of shit in the game that need to get purged out. It's just the fucking true, bro. Like they need to get purged the fuck out because like you can't complain about the state of the game being bad when you're genuinely contributing to it being bad. I'm just saying, like you can do it all you want, but like it's pretty fucking ironic and like laughable that you're going to complain about the state of the game being bad when the game's fucking bad and you're contributing to it. This is just victim blame. It's not, brother. I know you wanted to get me in a gotcha. It's literally not. Okay. It's literally fucking, I literally just
a change in the way the game is being played. So a lot of players create multiple accounts, same class rosters, and then also sharing gems among accounts.
You can see it right here. This is the devaluation of gold apparently. And so you can see it just goes off a fucking cliff, right? This is a great example. And this is bad for you. This means your shit is worth less.
Inflation, gold inflation, the value of
No,
gold
not your investments, your gold
decreased
too.
hard right after Brill release.
What country has a worse economy? Where do you live?
So a lot of players just had to twist their bodies basically, like force themselves into these playing methods. We think this is the turning point, Brawl release, when things started going astray. So we are
This is the clear rate between Aegir, I believe, and is this the clear rate between Brel? 93% at 36. I don't think it's also not that. I think the requirements are higher, right? It's not all the raid's too hard. It's also probably that some people are unable to find parties as well, right? That's probably a realistic thing. Oh, it's gate 1, gate 2. That makes sense.
talking about gold inflation here. Right after gold inflation, right after Brel release, gold started having a massive trend of inflation. If you look at the clear rates between Aegir and Brel, Aegir 93%.
He said Aegir. That's why I said Aegir. I remember hearing this last night. So is this mistranslated or is this not Aegir? That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know. That's why. What did you guys get translated? It's Aegir versus Brel. See? And where did you hear the other one, boys? Wine's the goat. Wine's the goat. I'm using the bathroom, guys. Wine's the goat. It is what it is. Wine's the goat.
Percent of players who attempted Aegir hard were able to clear it, but Brel, in the case of Brel, only 36%. So it's a sharp drop. And this must have led to a lot of players changing their playstyles.
Memos on Aegir and Brel as well. Then just misinfo in chat.
So usually players will start out with normal and then move over to hard mode slowly as they gain that expertise. There's a lot of information right now.
What is this? I think this is like a cycle. I don't know what this translated to, but I'm pretty sure this is like fatigue. It's like one of these cycles.
So Brelgate's difficulty was too high, and that intertwined with high costs of gearing, speccing up. So this led to a downward spiral, lack of motivation for speccing up. So players lose motivation, means players spend less gold in the economy, which leads to lower value of gold, leading to the value of rewards going down, and then in turn leading to lack of motivation again, lowered motivation.
Lower motivation growth, reducing growth costs, the values
this sort
gold,
of
reward
trend
values
started
values.
back in October, the beginning of October, after Brel was released. And we should have taken measures back then, but we did not, and that was our shortcoming. We thought about it too lax. The warning was there, but we didn't heed it well enough. So we should have nerfed the clear gold of 1640 content, basically, much more back then, adjusted it.
I knew you were going to say that or resolve. There is no way. He just showed you a graph of your gold getting devalued, brother, and then you're going to say more. Are you fucking... Because we're spending 40 minutes of... There's no point in explaining it. Why show the graph if people are just so slow?
I think he's talking about Aegir. So after Echidna Behemoth, there was a lot of player fatigue concerning a raid, so we wanted Aegir to be a bit easy. Or maybe it's about Behemoth. But yeah, basically Behemoth, Aegir were on the easier side, and this led to this new player culture of...
I'm going to fucking crash the fuck out. It might be a perma.
In English, I guess we call it
might be a
Oppa
fucking
culture,
perma.
where a well-geared character brings in a less geared character, and it's like a one-to-one bus. We could have also... adjusted gold inflation through the karma system, but we didn't want the cost of karma to be too overbearing.
All right, let's do it. We'll do it. I have a paragraph. Justify why you think it's...
Sir, how about Discord call? Let's do Discord. Our goal was to create an environment where players can enjoy their favorite classes without unnecessary restrictions. They went back on this stated by AGS here.
Brother, by your own logic, don't you think...
And I want to try both builds. So if I make a female paladin, I can play supported DPS. For Breaker, I can play Sure or BK. I get that flexibility. They actually don't. I don't because my gems are worse.
Your gems are worse. So you mean you can't fuse them. Okay. All right. So let's summarize this a little.
So basically, because the costs of gearing up were too high.
Does anyone want to donate 10K USD, no pressure?
Players started losing motivation. And we feared that because of this, we couldn't ask players to pay too much of a high cost for, I guess, karma.
Yeah, it's that easy, guys. Anyone want to donate 10K, no pressure?
And that's why we didn't make the costs of things like karma too overbearing.
Karma was good.
So we made a lot of failures. We had a lot of failures concerning farming in this game.
Yeah, it takes a long time though. Fair enough, yeah.
So you want to bring in that motivation when it comes to when we release Casros, the farming methods will be different. So it will not just be about gold consumption, but also drops will be more exciting, interesting.
We need that. that. We need more exciting drops. I don't know what you could drop in the game, but we need more car drops. We just need more drops, bro. Mountain trails too, sure, but like we need more like progression drops, bro. You know, imagine a level 10 bound gem drop. Oof. Yo. Could you imagine a level 10 bound gem? That'd be crazy, bro. Dude, that would be fucking insane. That would actually be a straight goon. That would be great.
When it comes to relic books, we did design them to provide that excitement.
This part
Like
is
when you
where
get
he
that
gets
adrenaline.
hella nervous, because this is the part where you're battling and not pissing off your spenders. And this is why they call it a human meatball game. And this is why we actually need to separate ourselves from Korea, because this is, you know, I don't know if you guys know why they call it you guys know why they call it a human meatball game? It's the exact opposite of what you think it means. Human meatball game to them means you grind up the whales and you feed it to new players. That's literally that's why they're calling it that. In my mind, it's the opposite, right? So for him, you have to understand it's a cultural difference here, and they need to balance that out. Now, granted, I think everyone can agree that what would have been better for them would have been to just naturally pump more books into the game, rather than doing some fucking flash sale. Yo guys, in 2 hours, the golden frog drops. Because when that happened, adrenaline dumped to like 200K. Now granted, like, hey, you're making 600, 500K a week. Like, hey, that's shit good. But you have to also be fair and understand that there are gonna be people, even non-whales, that just bought all this shit and you earned it and grinded it, and then it just gets tanked instantly. That's going to feel fucking bad. It just is, because you have to understand that's the difference of you getting an extra progression piece. This is where they fucked up on the implementation of it. Now, granted, again, I don't care, but there are going to be people that will care. And obviously it was a lot. There was a lot of people that were upset, right? There was a lot of people that were upset. It's not like fake. It's not like it's not like we're making this up. They are upset. Even a light spender, man, it is what it is. I think if you spend money on video games and you're upset about your purchases, you're dumb. But hey, it is what it is.
On the relic book, it feels really nice, really good. But perhaps we focused a bit too much on that, and this led to the prices of relic engravings to skyrocket.
I don't think we needed
We
relic
did
books,
want
though.
relic books to be valuable, but the prices that ended up happening in the market was way too high compared to our expectations. So in order to deal with this, we initially sought to slowly and steadily increase the supply of books.
To be fair, a lot of you guys always do this. You guys put in quotes what he's saying. He's not speaking your native language, guys. You have to understand, when you guys put something that he said in quotes, it's a translation. The word verbiage of perhaps, maybe, it could be complete. You know what I mean? So I saw it a lot last night. People are like, in quotes, like, brother, you're having Memo or somebody translate what he's saying. It might not be word. It's not, I'm giving you context. Don't take it word for word. This is not him directly speaking to you.
In the market. But in the
for
end, we
sure.
released a Relic Frog recently, and this led to a sharp decline in prices of Relic books in the market. And this led to a lot of disappointment among players. The way we chose to deal with the pricing, the value of Relic books. We tunnel visioned on fixing the market, basically. And we thought that we needed that stimulus in the market. We also have a history of using the gold frog in order to regulate prices in the market. And it was successful back then. So we thought it was a good way to regulate value and prices in the market, gold value and such. But it did not end up turning out too
Like
well.
6 hour and a half, Snorkies.
Compared to our expectations when we released the Gold Frog, the prices of relic books dropped too hard, way lower than we expected. We had these expectations. Even if it drops down to this point, it's good enough, but it went down way harder.
Brother, you are time traveling or something. I mean, that had to have been, that was literally at least 20 minutes ago. Slight advantage, that was, like, are you on the vault?
Did you say 81% of players purchased relic books in the second week after the Gold Frog was released? So all of these things led to relic books prices falling down too rapidly, too sharply. We do not have plans to extend the Relic Frog event.
The account was made today.
So after the Golden Frog event and after Strike Raid ends as well, the supply...
Are y'all eating? Yeah, right now we're eating, bro. Exit tier 1, 19 months, homie. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, homie. We're eating right now.
Are y'all eating?
We're right now watching him apologize for about 35 minutes, though, to be fair. This is him apologizing. We're about to eat, but he's dead ass just apologizing for 35 minutes.
So methods like these that we implemented
Yeah, it's like
to deal
advertisements
with,
right now.
economic issues were a bit too extreme, perhaps, and in the future we will not resort to such extreme methods. We'll try to deal with
He does almost
price
cry in this shit. It's coming up.
in a more fluid, softer way.
Like low key, I just think about like there's somebody behind the camera staring at him going like I just imagine there's some guy behind like you know what I mean? Staring at him like if you fuck this shit up, bro, it's fucking I feel so bad.
We listened to what players have been saying.
He actually starts to cry. It looks like he
A lot of
does,
players
yeah.
expressed, why are you trying to solve these issues now when you could have done it at the beginning of Season 3? And I am also disappointed in myself. I have regrets.
Yeah, I mean I feel bad, bro. Like I don't offend him. He probably, dude, like I can't imagine this guy's fucking inbox. Like you're never gonna come out and say you're getting, but imagine this guy's inbox. There's probably some sick fuck out there that has his email or some shit. You know what I mean? Imagine checking your email and then you just have this motherfucker. Like, bro, imagine checking your email, bro, and you have this motherfucker looking at you, bro. You better not touch my gems, bitch. Like that's probably gonna happen, bro.
I think we had a lot of fear. We are aware that players have been expressing how we should allow gems to be freely switched between damage and cooldown before the beginning of the season.
Do it, Sakura. Mold in the chat. Do it. Crash out for us.
So we implemented a lot of changes going into Season 3, and we feared that changing gem systems as well would be a bit too much. We wanted to conserve the value of gems going from Season 2 to Season 3. So we didn't want to make abrupt changes to the way they function, I guess.
They should have done it then because gems were worth way less back then. Like a level 10 wasn't as crazy, right? They should have done it then 100%. And people asked for it. That's what they fucked up, bro. There was like a 10,000 upvote post about let us swap damage to cooldown. They could have done it back then and no one would have cared. And it definitely would have helped a lot.
We did
Yo, what up, bub?
the idea of bound gems going into Season 3, but we failed to implement it back then. It is our mistake. It is our grave mistake.
Is he reading a script, do you think?
So we kept trying to think of ways to make the game healthier, the state of the game.
You think so? He's pretty good at it though, no?
So the issue with gems is that however we try to implement changes, someone ends up getting hurt.
He's not crying yet. It's not yet. It's when he takes a drink of water.
So because whichever way we do it, someone ends up getting
Here
hurt.
we go.
We're just looking for the lesser evil, basically.
So that's you, Sakura. That's you, bro. He's so worried about upsetting Sakura Shadow's feelings about this gem change that you made him tear up. He's so worried. You know what I mean? He's like, oh my God, Sakura, bro. Like, I don't want to do this to him, bro. I don't want to do this to him. I don't want to be the reason why he's going to be upset in our game.
So the current solution that we are trying to implement, we don't believe it's the perfect solution at all.
See?
And talk about the crystal cost associated with untuning gems too early. It's basically not intended to be untuned.
This is all based on that fucking video. He's talking about all this shit, the blue crystal, all this shit.
It's only for emergency situations, basically. That's how we sought out to. That's the design, the expected outcome, intended outcome. Why 7 days? We knew that some players would try to
Shane,
rotate
this
gems
is
in the
a
roster,
gifted sub to Sakura.
but because
No
it
ads for
does
you,
take
bro.
time to deal with content and such,
You ain't watching ads,
we
motherfucker,
cannot.
anyway.
If we impose a 7-day restriction, you cannot properly rotate gems on time within the roster. So we will make changes to the duration of the tuning lock because we don't want to inconvenience players, basically. So it will be lesser than 7 days.
See, this is what I didn't get because they were saying 15 days, but he says right here it'll be lesser than 7 days. So which one is it? Well, it's not. It doesn't matter anymore, please, because you don't get the buff. You don't get the buff. It doesn't really matter anymore. There's a reason why they're doing this, though. I think they don't want people to swap all the gems and then move it to another character. And then the reason why there is the cooldown is because that's why they're doing the cooldown at all. Because then it would just be roster-wide gems, right? I think this is mistranslated because I think it's said that it's 15 days, and the reason why they do that is so that you can't midway, like you can't do like bind move, roster storage, bind, move, roster storage raids, bind, and then you just keep moving them every day. That's just fucking stupid too. It's like dumb design.
Now we're talking about support. So support players, if you really enjoy playing supports, you had no choices. You had no options. You only have Bard, Paladin, and Artist. So you're
It
kind of
also
forced
cool down
to
the damage,
play
please.
the same character. We
So
acknowledge
just to
that.
confirm,
We
fuck,
know
I'm
that.
pausing again. Just to confirm what it is, you bind your gems, guys, and then you'll get a menu where you can set up preset builds. So one build could be BK, one build could be Shura, and then you just press the button and all of your gems will convert appropriately. Meaning that like if Shura requires 5 cooldown, 6 damage or whatever, vice versa, you can do for BK like 3 or 4 damage, rest cooldown. You can just swap them all. Like it's just gems are just whatever you want them to be when you bind it. And then if you don't play multiple the same build or whatever, then you just play the way you are. So and you can do it mid raid is the way that he described it, which is so gas. Everything can switch freely except gems. So the problem is that it felt, the idea is that you could just switch your build whenever you want. And we couldn't do that because then you would need different gems. So what was super annoying is if you wanted to play Pistolier or Deadeye or Enhanced Weapon, you could, I want to play both. But then you would need 2 sets of gems or you'd have to have spares. And it was super restrictive because like, what's the point of this system if you can't do that? So it is a really good change overall. They should have done this at the start. Yeah, anyways.
So tuning, basically the way we designed it is such that it's halfway between upgrading a gem. So if you have level 8 gems and you tune them, they kind of become 8.5. That's our intended outcome. But it feels like the players took it, they felt that the change was a bit higher than halfway. And if you think about it,
Alex,
the reason
thank you, bro.
why players chose to play same class rosters, a lot of them, the reason why it ended up like this is because of the way we designed this system. The costs, the prices being way too high.
Take accountability. I remember reading this right here. So at least he admits that the reason why people are... I mean, it's 2 reasons, right? It's that and some people just want to play the same class. Some people want to play their main more, right? I only like playing quote-unquote class. So you make multiple of them, which is a dumb system in general. You should be able to play your main more. So it's for both reasons, right?
High. So it's our fault.
But take accountability, though.
So we put it hard on the players.
But take
We put the
accountability,
burden
though.
on the players. We acknowledge that. So
Still fucked up, but at least he admits that,
we
though.
regret. So right before the stream, I talked with the staff.
Here we go. I don't know why he's look at him. I don't know why he starts to cry here. There's a picture. He has just a picture of his family behind the camera. There's a picture of his family and his kids. They're just holding that shit. Yo, they're just holding that shit up there. That's crazy, bro. It's fucking, I don't know. I feel bad, low key, because it's like, fuck. Probably just a lot of pressure, bro. I mean, it is what it is. It's his job. But I'm just saying it's random. Like, why right here? Because he's been talking for 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, maybe the chat was like, I mean, the stream went, right at this point, I'm telling you, when I was reading the chat, they were mad this whole time. Like everyone else. So like, fuck you, bozo. They're typing Chinese and shit. And then after the chat got really happy. So it was at this point forward, the stream gets way better. But the first 40 minutes is just... At this point, it's like this whole stream has been, everyone's angry this entire time. So I know this was long, but I felt like it was worth watching this because he's just explaining everything and apologizing. And then now he cooks for the rest of the remainder of the stream. He just cooks the entire way through.
So right before the stream, I talked with the staff.
You probably saw the chat. Ah, you can hear it in his voice. Oh, you can hear it in his voice. You can hear it in his voice. It's probably like, yo, fire this guy. Bro, there was some crazy ass shit in Benji's chat last night. I had a bet. It was crazy shit. It's only a game. I hope he gets paid a lot of money, though. Yeah, I don't know. Being a game dev fucking sucks. I mean, you got to be good at your job. It is what it is. This is fucking job. You know what I mean? Everyone gets stressed. It is what it is. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just say, like, oh, but like, yeah. But I also heard Gold River is the highest paid Korean dev in Korea. And that guy's just chilling fucking, you know what I mean? Just fucking running around, hiding in the pub. Doesn't deal with any of this shit.
So I'm scared myself about how players were.
Oh.
기존의 그 죄송합니다.
Oh.
분들도 그냥 그대로 플레이하시고 그 다캐릭 하시는 분들께는 이제 줬다 뺏는 느낌이라서 너무 죄송하긴 한데요. 그
We are going to scrap the idea of increasing the attack power, base attack power on gems when you tune them.
하면은 너무 후회할 것 같았어요. 그래서 잠시만.
Oh my god, he's on the verge of crying.
Damn, man, I feel so. I hate watching that. It's kind of sad though, no, Loki. It's kind of. It's like, bro, just fucking do some shit. Like, it's fucked though. Probably saw the chat. He probably saw the chat. He probably saw the chat. The only time I've ever felt like that on camera, well, I have like chat before on stream, but it's like about other personal stuff, I guess. But like my surgery or something. The only time I've ever felt that amount of just like, what the fuck am I reading, was probably the Wineblue shit. There was just so many angry people in my chat, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like, it was pretty bad. It was like I was just reading all these fucking angry messages, and it was just like boom, like just fucking flowing, bro. I felt like 1% of this guy was feeling during VHLA. I'm telling you, bro, when you're on camera and people are shitting on you super hard and you're not used to it, it's tough, bro. I'm telling you, it's really tough.
They're going to take away the base attack power increase on tuning. I think he said 10 days for the lock. I'll have to go back, but I think he said 10 days. So in exchange for not implementing the base attack power increase, they're going to lock it for 10 days. If you tune gems, you have the benefit of being able to swap between damage and cooldown and between skills freely. And if you have same class roster, you can just rotate the gems between your characters.
This shit is scary. What the fuck is this? This shit is scary. What the fuck is this?
So A gear, it seems like, so regarding the gem changes, I'll have to go back and listen. But right now he's talking about A gear. A gear difficulty was fine, but it kind of was tuned a bit too hard when going into Brel.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just cringe. I don't know.
So we made simulations regarding how fast players are going to progress.
I mean, honestly, bro, low key, it's the same shit as Reddit, though. I mean, think about it on Reddit, guys. Think about how Reddit is. They don't give a fuck, anyways. They're like some, they don't give a fuck either, bro. Reddit doesn't give a shit either.
There's something we missed. We were not able to properly assess how bad the pressure on players was regarding speccing up, and that started exploding around the time of Brel, basically. So because that element was not included when they were designing Brel difficulty, the pressure felt way higher on players than was intended. And so it was tuned too difficult in the sense that, of course, if you have 8 really good players and they go in, they can definitely clear even with minimal gearing, but in a lot of cases you'll end up having not having enough damage. So it's all regrets. The difficulty was way too high, we set it up way too high, and this led to a lot of pressure. So we started noticing that players were experiencing difficulties in terms of clearing around October. So after Brel was released.
All right, enough apologizing. I'm listening to you apologize for 40 minutes. I'm understanding as fuck, but it's okay. Move the fuck on now. I'm listening to you apologize for 40 minutes now. I'm patient.
Well, strike rate was going to be easy, and for more Doom, we just wanted the Gate 3 more Doom itself to be a bit more difficult, but that was our mistake. I think we tunnel visioned on improving the setting the bar high for quality, raid quality. So going into the future, we will clean up difficulty settings.
Was it you're watching? Craziest timeline of Lost Ark history, bro. It's like every year this shit, but this one's the craziest one for sure.
We're talking about Kazros right now. It's going to be 2 dungeons. The first one will be pretty easy, on the easier side. Not too easy, but like on the easier side. So for the second dungeon, it'll be a bit harder. If you're like a mid-weight player, then you might consider going to normal mode for that one.
That's you, Sakura. Yo, he's talking to you. He's saying it's perfect for you with your bum-ass gems. He's talking to you to get in that shit. Normal mode. My bad. No, but I had you after last night. He's pissing me off last night,
So we will make stark differences between difficulty levels.
Oh, my bad.
And introduce
my bad.
vanity rewards such that you can feel pride for clearing difficult content and stratify the difficulties. Well, I'm not sure if the dungeon that he's talking about was actually Kazros, though. I'll have to go back and listen. So 5 things concerning the direction for the future.
All right, here we go.
We will make changes such that the game feels lighter and more casual going into the future. I do feel like the way we were developing and releasing things, it was a bit outdated, old-fashioned. The gaming scene is turning a bit towards more casual, short, light. And so Lost Ark should also ride along with this trend. So we will make lower difficulty content's lighter and more casual, but we also paired up with a challenge mode difficulty to balance it off for the end game players.
Yeah, so I think he said challenge mode difficulty, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't picked up by Saint. Saint still thinks they're not getting, but I heard it some other stream too. They're not getting the fucking catastrophe. I think they 100% are because they're designing it. So almost certain Saint's gonna get that. He thinks they're not, but for sure I think they are. Yeah, so our gem changes AP removed, 1620 dead zone nerfed by 90%, and then now he's just getting into all the other shit. Two mode Kazaros raid, one's a dungeon, one's fucking for like just normal people, and then the second one hard mode, and then yeah, there we go. It said 90. I don't know.
We will also lower the costs of gearing up.
True.
So the current spec up methods going into the future will slowly adjust them downwards. We did not want this game to be pricey to begin with, and we'll provide more casual content, single mode content. The fourth one is farming will create more.
We'll see how it works, but yeah, the first one's already happening with the extra lives and shit. Yeah, we're getting some shit tonight. We're getting a global patch tonight.
The fourth one is farming will create more exciting farming methods. Drops.
This is bro, give me some exciting farming methods, please, bro. Please, post casuals, give me some exciting fucking farming modes.
So you get feel excitement for grinding out the game. And for the fifth, we will.
Did you say single mode? Where'd you see that?
Lower my obstinance, our obstinance.
He said solo modes.
Farming will the current spec up methods going to the future will slowly adjust them downwards.
He's saying so much. What are they going to show at low on this point? He talks about it after this. He talks about it. We're going to get a bunch of like for fun things, I think, at low on. Yeah, for fun things. Why do you gotta send me?
We did not want this game to be pricey to begin with, and we'll provide more casual content, single mode content.
Yeah, the fucking this is what they need to do, bro. They need to add more single content in the game. I want them to design single mode. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's a group game. I don't give a fuck what Reddit says. Add in some more single player content in the game, bro. Just add it in. It's such a stupid ideology, like that you need a group for everything to progress. Add in more single mode shit. Doesn't have to be solo mode practice raids. Add in more single mode shit, guys. They need to. Like, they need to add in something like, okay, like I don't want to do my raids. I'm gonna go do this to progress. That's what Paradise is. I'm happy that Paradise is single mode shit. You go in there, you fight the bosses, clear waves, get rewards, get gold. Like, fucking let me go do single mode shit. I don't need to do everything in a group. That way you can just divide up your day. Like, if you don't feel like doing the party finder, it shouldn't be like, I don't feel like doing the party finder. That's why it feels like party finder jail, because you need the party finder for any end game piece of content. It's not good, bro. Duo mode would be sick.
The fourth one is farming will create more exciting farming methods. Drops.
That'd be sick.
Get feel excitement for grinding out the game.
I know, bro. It's actually true, Milk. That people are so dumb.
And for the fifth, I will lower my obstinance, our obstinance. We were really stiff and obstinate. We didn't listen to the players properly. What? So not DPS meter, but we will release combat analysis. So we're lowering our obstinance. And to show that, we are releasing combat analysis.
Yo, the West actually won. This is the craziest thing when I saw this. Bro, this is dead ass because of the Western version of Lost Ark. This is 100% because of the Western version of Lost Ark. But it's like, hey guys, this is what I thought about this. When I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, guys. Does that mean everything that people in the West asked for might actually be the way to do things? You know what I mean, guys? I mean, shit, guys. It is what it fucking is, guys. Yep. Hey, maybe the games over here are just better. Actually, we just got New World in this shit now. Maybe that's not actually true. I mean, shit, we only got New World in this bitch, but hey. Hey, we got RuneScape though. Hey, we got RuneScape. Yep. I mean, this is what MapleStory has. MapleStory has a combat analysis. It tells you how much damage you did at the end of the fight, the number. It tells you your skill distribution, how many times you casted it. It's literally a DPS meter. It just doesn't show other people in the group. But yeah, it just tells you like how many times you casted a skill, where you fell off, how much damage the distribution it was, how much total DPS you did, etc. So yeah. I mean, every game, almost every fucking game has that shit like that. DFO has it. Yeah. It's crazy that they did not have this for this long. How the fuck do you even play the game? And this is another thing, guys. My hair is crazy right now. This is another thing that will probably get people to swipe more. It is what it is. Wait, RuneScape is the UK? Oh, shit. That's part of the West too, though.
The reason why we didn't want to release such a thing, and you might know, it's because of the red pill effect. So some players might feel that even if
That's
they
crazy.
gear up, even if they try to get better, the results don't reflect that.
That's crazy. They finally are doing this shit.
And they might feel pressure because we're playing in party situations, environments, playing with other players, and
Probably
you
will
might
happen.
start feeling that pressure weighing
Yo, what
down
up,
on
Arab?
you.
What'd I say?
Red pill effect. You might realize that it was you who were the problem, right? If you get all that information.
You should know if you're the
And then we
problem.
also feared, of course, that you might use such a tool to, as a sword to wield against your party mates, which could lead to strifes. Oh, yo, you bring in the Dragon Ball Scouter. So they're basically introducing something like a Zelo score or Lopex score, integrating it into the game.
Yep.
So too many
Yup.
spec up methods coming into season
Yup.
3. Way too hard
Combat
to
power.
assess the power level of a character. So yeah, we're going over 9,000. So
Yep. We're getting combat analysis,
we do
and
have concerns
we're getting combat analysis in
regarding
this bitch,
releasing something like this.
and a reason to progress more. A reason to push your shit so the number actually goes up, guys. Listen, I am easy, boys. I want to see a number go up. I want to see my gains going up in real time. I don't want to get a bracelet just to go hover over it 9 times ago. I think I gained 3% damage. Like, it's just ass, bro. It's just fucking ass the way it is. It's literally fucking ass.
But right now, we have already a lot of problems in the game. The only visible way to assess a character's power level is eye level, but that doesn't give you the full picture of how strong a character is. Too many factors. So power level and combat analysis. So we're gonna.
Is Arthur back
we're
or is
releasing
Jover?
these
You're probably
things, and we're
super
also trying
back.
to make the game more
Because they're getting a
casual.
revamp. You're probably super fucking back.
And that is going to be our development direction going into the future. And to talk a bit about the Chinese live stream. So we had a few things planned for the future. Some of these things were revealed through the Chinese stream, but there are discrepancies as to how each different region wants to take the game. So all the QOLs.
Dude, the amount of just fucking W's China has been claiming in this game is crazy. We're on a weird wave right now. You guys can't even hear the song. Wait, you guys can't even hear this fucking... I'm just playing this shit with... I'm singing nothing, bro.
雪花飘飘，北风萧萧。
You guys can hear any of this shit? Oh, I'm gonna use the bathroom, guys. Hold on, we're almost done with this shit. We're almost done with this shit. I want you to understand how big some of these changes are. I've been playing this game for a fucking minute. These motherfuckers said they would never add in a DPS meter. And every time I had to talk about it in my chat, there was always some fuck. That's not what the director said. That's not what the director said. That's not what the director said. They said they'll never add it. They're never going to add the comment. And it was so fucking annoying, bro. It was so fucking annoying reading that shit because it's like, that basically means the game can never get better. It's so fucking annoying. Like, oh, but that's not what, it's a group game. Oh, dude, we need to evolve the game, bro. It doesn't matter what you guys, it's not what you like. It's the consumer, okay? Personal combat analysis, a great middle ground, guys. It's a fantastic middle ground. You can see if you're getting better, and you need it, boys. Like, I want it, bro. I'm playing dead ass this whole time without a DPS meter. Like, yo, Zephys, you have the logs, bro? I don't even know what I'm fucking up on. I can't even see it, bro. I can't even fucking see it. I can't see. How do I get better, bro? No, it's the truth. I don't run it. You think I would like to? I would love to, bro. But I don't want to go. I don't like, there's some sick motherfuckers in this community, bro. It's the truth. I can't. I mean, I probably could and you say, fuck it. It is what it is. But like, low-key, I don't.
Oh, so most of the QLs will make way to Korea, but...
We are not the same.
Okay. So I guess in the Chinese version, they intended to provide vanity rewards for having skins, a lot of skins, like a collection. But we're not bringing that over to Korea because the history's been too long. There's skins that are really hard to get right now.
Hatsu, Big 30,
But we will have
new
in Korea
Dripkers.
the convenience features of,
Thank you, bro.
I think it's the skins wardrobe. We will provide honor vanity rewards to players with special achievements, such as first clear titles. Like,
guys, this is going to be hilarious because if this shit wasn't already planned, right? We're going to get a lot of concept art at low on. This guy's probably going in the back after this. Yo, I need someone to draft me up a picture of rewards. I need someone to draw a picture of a new island. Yo, we need some minigame picture. You know what I mean? Because think about it. Like, they have to create this shit, right? Yo, we need somebody to draw me like an art of, it's going to be a lot of still shots, guys. It's going to be a lot of motherfucking still shots.
People who have first clears and other rare achievements, we will provide some sort of vanity rewards.
And some big titties though on Female Paladin now.
And then the Paradise content will also be implemented in Korea, but it might be different from what was announced in the Chinese region.
They are getting Paradise in the summer.
We counted how many different monsters we have created in Lost Ark. It's over 9,000, different monsters.
It's over 9,000.
So we'll keep working on providing different content. In that vein, I guess.
I think why he's saying this is that Paradise is going to feature a bunch of different monsters. You know what I mean? Like, dead ass, bro. I don't want to fight fucking fucking Velganos and that shit. He's going to appear again for the 80th time.
Balance patch, we are looking into the data. All classes. We feel that 3 specific classes need additional changes.
It's got to be Reaper, right? One of them has to be Reaper.
Classes whose playstyles have become way too complex, way too many things to weigh and
yeah, 07 TTH for sure. 07 TTH for sure.
Or classes whose ceiling and floor value are low or some. So 3 specific classes will have additional changes.
So I think Reaper needs some changes.
Some comments are talking about rollback, but the director's saying, I don't think the players actually want a rollback. I think they want improvements. So we'll.
This was the best line he said the whole time for me. Because there was probably fucking some dumbass motherfucker. Yo, do a rollback. Like, roll back. If you're going to strip, you know what I mean? I could eat it. Yo, roll back the books, right? And for me, that's true. I love that he said that. He's just basically saying, like, we need to fix the game, right? And so for me, I want them to fix the fucking game, bro. Just fix it. So I was happy to hear that.
Work to improve. So 3 specific classes will get changes, and we're also looking into the other classes as well. Maybe smaller changes.
Yeah, he read chat in between that.
Apply difficulty changes, specifically, especially concerning normal modes. We'll lower boss HP in order to reduce the requirements for gearing. More Doom. Let's talk about more Doom. Double Slam. Or the Hammer Slam. The damage on those will be nerfed.
What is he doing? Bang.
It will also reduce time-consuming patterns. And for normal mode, we will just entirely remove certain mechs.
40 months, almost new badge.
If you know about more Doom Gate 3, he's going to remove the big Just Guard mech at 275. I think it's 275. And a 200-line mech as well.
Low-key, man. Low-key, I fucking hate Just Guard mechs. I fucking hate them so much. It's such a stupid fucking thing, bro. Like, especially when someone's new in the raid. All right, 3, 2, 1. When they just fucking die. It's like, oh, sorry, bro. You should have get the timing right. It's so dumb. I low-key don't like it. Like, especially if you're trying to learn. It's like, no, I mean, it is what it is, Rostan. You say a bunch of dumb shit in the chat, but we don't call it out. You know what I mean? I have to read your dumb ass messages every day. And like, I don't say anything half the time.
It's just annoying to try to teach somebody one button to determine whether they live or die, how they press it at the right time. It's really hard to teach people that. So for normal mode, it's good, bro.
It's not, guys. Listen to what I'm saying. For new people in the raid, when you want to teach them to do the raid, dying on a Just Guard is stupid. What?
For normal mode. And not just more Doom, of course. We're going to look into all the normal modes for all raid content.
You have an extra life now, true. Yeah, they can also make it so it doesn't kill you.
We're also, I think he said tomorrow, but tomorrow? I think he said tomorrow. Death counter is going to be introduced tomorrow.
Hey guys, it looks like you guys are progging the raid with some extra lives. Whether you like it or not, it looks like you're progging the raid with some extra lives. I mean, shit, guys. It looks like some of you guys, even if you fuck up, guys, you guys can't hear my fucking music, bro. There's something wrong, terribly wrong, bro. It's like, this is just fucking so bad, bro. How about now? Can you hear this shit? Yeah, there it is. There'll be some extra lives. I mean, for better or worse, I don't know. Prog in the raid is going to be a lot easier, but I really hope we get the challenge mode sooner. Now it's going to be even more embarrassing when you die twice. Imagine dying, resin, coming back to life, and then dying within 10 seconds again. Could you imagine that shit? You're dead. Oh, I fucked up. My bad. You're dead again. Can you imagine that shit, bro? You die, come back to life, and then die again.
It's gonna consume phoenix plumes when you revive.
Yo, we're up big, guys. Phoenix plumes are fucking back. We're fucking back, guys. Yo, all along, we were just getting prepped. All those times when they gave you Phoenix plumes at the beginning of the month, we're so back, guys. You're 9,000. That might not be enough. I mean, shit.
So when it comes to difficulty, it's really difficult because some players find the same content really difficult. Some players find it really easy.
I actually don't even know how many I have.
So it's difficult because if you try to nerf the difficulty, some players might find that it's a shame because well, it was like fun before and now it's stale.
Yeah.
So death counter, the intended effect is you keep the excitement and all, but you lower the pressure that you have going into the raid. Especially during Prog.
Prog low-key can be annoying because of that, because there's so many times where somebody just dies in the first fucking 40 seconds to 2 minutes. And they're just like, oh my God, bro. Like, can we just make it to the mech? Like, please, bro. Just play safe, bro. Play safe. It is. But then at the same time, yeah, I think we do need a higher difficulty just because, you know, you want some of that real shit sometimes. Some of that good kimchi.
So we're implementing this especially in order to change the atmosphere.
No, you won't restart on Prog, bro, like that. You'll restart for the clear and not the Prog.
It has become stiff and arid. Honing nerfs going from 1600 to 1620 doubled the rate of success and reduced cost 1600 to 1620. We have been
double the rate sounds pretty juicy.
This problem has been hanging for too long, so we will apply these changes in order to help out, especially with new players.
You ready to do MSQ? I'm ready to do 30 Chaos Dungeons tomorrow. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit, guys. I have so many elixir potions.
We'll provide tripod amulets since we're removing tripods. Soon we'll just.
When I heard this, I was like, "What the fuck?" Because they were removing tripods in the game. And when I first heard this, I got mad because I'm like, "Bro, why are you giving out tripod amulets? Just remove them." But then he explains, "This is a nice change."
Gonna give out tripod amulets in exchange for silver, and so that you can just max out everything. There's a lot of adjustments we have to apply before we actually roll out the tripod removal. So in the meanwhile, this will serve as a band-aid solution.
Yeah, it's good. Good.
Wow, let's talk about support. So we've been avoiding this topic somewhat up to this point. Let's talk about support.
Oh, shit.
Yes, we've been avoiding the topic, he admits. The reliance on support is way too high. It's really high right now.
Nerf them and give them more damage.
Not just party care, but contribution to damage, 36 to 38%. Wow, and the remaining DPS is basically just to 21% damage. Support is like 36, 7, 8% damage.
How do you know this?
Per party.
How do you know this?
So you just need supports going into any content. And so because of that, we were reluctant to make support stronger because they already take up so much of the damage spread. And we were reluctant to.
I just realized Saunders is probably going to upload this on YouTube. I mean, they're going to hate you over there, bro. Just upload deadass a 2-hour video. They're going to be like, bro, another 2-hour video upload? Because this is a long ass react, bro. It's been fucking 3 hours in this bitch. It's going to be a fucking movie. Just put no apologies in the title. This video is going to go on the highlights channel, and they always get mad when it's long. It's going to be long as shit.
To introduce spec up methods for support. Also, since it could also discourage supports from playing support. So there's a few things that we are indeed. So for instance, so there's a lot of things that we experimented. For instance, like showing the value that was dealt by the supports whenever the DPS did damage, like the portion of that damage that belonged to the support, like showing that. But in the end, it was just wonky. It didn't make too much sense because it's the DPS is doing the damage in the end.
They stole my whole flow.
And then if you show this value, it could also lead to additional problems like DPS is blaming the supports. Like if they fail to buff properly, they could be like, where's the buff? If you make it too visible. What? So we'll make changes to engravings. We will also make it worthwhile to raise skill point beyond 10.
I think supports are getting a fat revamp this summer. I honestly think the buff is too strong so that when a support dies, you can still keep going, but they need to replace that with supports because you still want to support for the DR, you still wanted the shield, but the buff's too strong, and then they need to make it so they do damage. Like, just let them do damage, bro. It's fucking so noodle-esque. Like, just bake the damage into a rotation or something. It's just so, like, dude, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good playing a support if every week when you tap, you never see any of the damage gains. Think about that. When you raise your item level, you get a new bracelet, you get new accessories, you don't see any of the gains at all. Only I see the gains. And then because of that, bro, if I'm juicing up my character, I want to play with a geared support because my damage is contributed by the support, right? So it's just bad both ways. It's not motivating to play a support, and it's not motivating to play with an under-geared support because, like, it's expensive for me to raise my character, expensive for you. We both need to be doing damage. Just let them pump. Who gives a fuck? Give them DR, give them shield, let them pump, reduce the buff. The buff's too big, bro. It's too fucking big. It's too fucking big. It's like, when it's gone, you're just like, you know? People don't play support to do damage. Brother, you know every other fucking game does support better than Lost Ark. Almost every other fucking game does support better than... I've never played a game. I think Lost Ark does amazing class design. They have to have the worst support system of any MMO in the entire game, in the entire genre. Not BDO, brother. There is... I used to main support and wow, it felt fucking great, bro. Then the best and most popular builds were always the ones that deal damage, by the way. The best ones. I can't think of a game that has more boring supports. It's noodle-esque. It's like fucking, dude, it's like taking a shower with a raincoat on. It just feels numb. Final Fantasy, I think Final Fantasy people like doing damage. I think supports are super OP. Or you don't need them, actually. It's the opposite. Tanks are OP. I actually don't know. I think tanks are OP in Final Fantasy 14. And supports are terrible. Maybe it's true. Maybe Final Fantasy fucking is not good supports anymore. I don't know. Regardless of the fact, though, yeah, I think it's the best way of doing it. We need to reduce. The problem is you've got to do something about yearning then, right? Because I would say worse than the damage is the move speed, bro. Like when the support dies, the move speed feels fucking so bad. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels so bad. When the support dies, I was like, oh, I'm so slow that it's like, even I'm okay with the damage loss, but I'm not okay with the move speed loss. It just feels like you're fucking moving in quicksand.
Arc passive changes will also spice it up.
Yeah, I see, Sally.
We've been delaying this all this time. We've been reluctant to deal with this issue.
Damn, this low wall is going to be crazy for support, though. Female Paladin?
This, reveal of the development method, the direction, it will appease some of the support players who were angry with the way we were dealing with things. So low on will be when we reveal a female Paladin and Casseroles, but also how we intend to take this game direction-wise going into the future is how we're going to show how we're going to...
I low-key want to see what they're going to do. I feel like this little one, I already know what to expect. I feel like I feel like we're going to go into it a little bit more chilled out because he gave us some direction. But I really want to see what they're going to show. Like, what kind of beach episode type shit are we getting? You know what I mean? What kind of fucking yawn trailer are we about to get? What is low on the 20...
He's reading chat right now.
21st.
So he's going to discuss a bit about Casseroles.
Sheesh! Chills.
Casseroles.
It's actually so sick.
More Doom. Who are these guys? A lot of players have been complaining about this. Who are these guys? Why are we fighting them?
True.
So not enough build-up, story-wise. So they're like, we're unsure of the motive for fighting these bosses.
Yeah, it's like the BBM.
And this sort of applies to Casseroles as well. Casseroles. So we know he's the final boss and all, but since we never revealed what Casseroles looks like, there is no...
Colton!
Players did not have a chance to formulate an impression regarding this boss.
Going to the gym later this evening, bro.
And that is why there's a sort of lack of motivation, disconnect.
Hope you're well. How's Jimchus?
How are you, bro?
We only revealed his voice, 2 pairs of wings,
Sleepy
or what symbolize
Hollow.
Kasros. You might have seen this in places like Elgasia.
Thanks for the tier 1 38 months, big man.
But keep this in mind.
Long
2
time
pairs
no
of
see.
wings.
Hope you are all
How
right
this
and I
will
wish
be,
you
Bro,
well.
this thing to
this will
me
be
right
Big
here,
man
bro.
people love.
This thing to me right here, tell me this does not remind you of Theomine's fucking Gate 3. But I think it's supposed to be that. Because I remember Saint said there was like a reflection or something. Like, you know what I mean? It actually does look like it though, no? No, but it's supposed to be lore based, like it's a throne. But tell me when you see this shit, you're not like, oh. Kind of looks like the bridge we had in the back of the day. Well, that's what it's supposed to be, right? Like this is supposed to be like a reflection of Trixian, I think. And this looks the same thing. And there's an entrance here. And you know, in Trixian, you like walk through here. You're in the thing, and there's this little staircase.
Unraveled during the Kasros raid. This is Gate 1, the arena for Gate 1.
Dude, this one's my favorite one. This shit is like some straight Dark Souls shit, dude. Whoever
is
draws
inside
this
the
is
castle.
crazy, bro. It's so chills. It is so fucking chills. It is actually so fucking
So
chills.
2 gates in the first dungeon. So it's gonna be 2 dungeons. The first dungeon has 2 gates, it seems.
Sheesh.
This is on the way to go meet Kasros. And that figure looks like Kadan. We're still not sure. We're on our way to meet Kasros.
That has to be Kadan, right? You can see it, right? Look at this. Like, look at the cloak and the
This
sword.
looks pretty sick, not gonna lie.
I love how Wine has been accurately translating everything the entire time. The entire time, right? The whole time he's translated, hasn't added his own opinion to anything.
Meet
and then he adds it in
Kasros.
right here.
And that figure looks like Kadan. This looks pretty sick, not gonna lie.
He breaks character for 1 second.
He said something wrong. He's been saying winter, and I was like, what? Like, what is he gonna reveal in the winter? But so all these changes are going to be applied in the summer. Yeah. Including support changes and all.
Dude, this looks so sick. This is like one thing about the game is it just fucking, the shit just looks sick. It just is chills, right? Like it's
So,
literally just chills.
Now he's gonna unveil what Kasros looks like.
Is this 1720? We don't even know. He didn't even announce that. It's concept art. The art team always kills it in this game,
You might
bro.
have seen on the Kasros battlefield map a blue-black fog.
The music in this game's S tier.
Kasros
Yeah.
is rebuilding his body, and he will no longer be immortal.
We're gonna kill
And
him then, huh?
so it's the first reveal for what Kasros' body looks like reconstructed.
Sheesh! What is this, dude? This shit's crazy. What the fuck even is this, though? I was wondering this. Is this like a person and like a light thing? It's actually so fucking sick. This shit's he actually looks like a god, though. Like this background, the moon, this fucking thing. It looks crazy, bro. The Lost Ark.
So this might not be a great explanation. Jayhawk lacks expertise in the scenario field, but hoping that this somewhat provided some info. For female paladin, we're adding an additional voice, a voice that
shit.
sounds holy, I guess. They got a voice actress from abroad, a famous voice actress, and she will have that sublime voice.
What does that mean? Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Yo, I said this last night in chat. Just give me a blonde hair, blue eye with a little bit of glow in it, some fucking sick armor, and some big old bazungas.
Holy. I'm pregnant.
What the fuck, man? Are you pregnant too? I mean, gee. Honestly, yeah, I'm down because Slayer is always like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm down for a more like fucking. I'm down for a more like, you know, just, I'm down for a hotter voice for sure.
Option.
Ellie should do the voice. Can you imagine? Hello, hello. When you land a counter, hello, hello.
So we pushed vertical content really fast in the past year.
I'm fucking juiced. Could you imagine that shit? I'm fucking juiced.
So we had this trend, this procession going from Legion Commander raids to Kasros raids. And they're similar, right? But we will make sure that Kasros combines all of our
Wait,
expertise and knowledge in raid.
Last night, they was talking about Armin being kidnapped by Legion commanders. He disappeared from the report. You could still place him in your stronghold. Ah.
And the raids, to Kasseros raids. And they're similar. Right?
What do you say?
So we had this trend, this procession going from Legion Commander raids to Kasseros raids. And they're similar, right? But we will make sure that Kasseros combines all of our expertise and knowledge in raid design. You will also be able to meet the true final Esther during the Kasseros combat.
Who's that? Wait, is it what's his name? Lutera? But he's gone, right? Lutera for sure. Do work.
And the story, the aftermath story will be insane.
Oh shit!
And we will also include a sort of credit roll that shows on what date you cleared a specific boss and what kind of achievements you've had while playing this game.
Cool. We're gonna get a little credit scene at the end of the boss. Actual end of fucking service. Wait, what date did I curl Vault in? That's interesting. It's the end of a chapter.
Season 3, when we planned it out, it was going to have 2 parts. First part was going to be about challenge. Part 2 was going to be about adventure, exploration. And we're at almost at the brink of the end of the first part.
We're going on a beach.
In part 2, we reveal the next phase of endgame content. Again, I want to express my apologies. Too many problems intertwined.
I wonder what we're gonna be doing, bro. What's the kind of content afterwards?
We always have fun at the top of our priority.
You lying as shit, motherfucker.
All the staff members, we're all the same. Whenever players have fun while playing our game, we rejoice.
Probably true of that, but I mean, you weren't prioritizing fun.
I hope that at the very least that point has gone across. We don't have a player reward today. We will, instead of a reward, we promise that we will provide a string of great content going into the future. I hope you all stay healthy. Thank you for watching.
Number 3!
This was Jayhawk John signing out and Wineblue translating. Thank you guys for watching.
It's a good stream though. Dude, Wine's probably so tired after that. Holy fuck, 2 hours of doing that.
Oh. Oh shit, Chewy, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Arigato, gamza fucking ham. Thank you so much.
Damn.
Gamza kimchi bokkeumbap.
Did you give
If you got
him
a
some
gifted
subs?
sub from oh shit, Stoopzz, thank you for 10 gifted subs. Arigato, gamza
Fuck
ham.
your
Man.
dumb ass, Casper, with your bitch ass, with your dumb ass, with your fucking bitch ass, dumb ass.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, I need some water. Yo, Urka, thank you for the 12 months sub. Arigato, gamza ham. Missed you.
Damn, bro. As you should. Stupid looking at. Bro, I mean, honestly, man, like I said, it's a lot of, I think he goes back. I didn't watch this whole looking back thing. We have patch notes in literally 9 minutes for Korea, and then we're going to get our patch notes after, so we're just going to camp out, I guess. But I mean, it's good. Obviously, you know, a lot of it is just concept changes, but I think the biggest thing that he said is that, he said that the game just needs to become more casual. And so that's what I hope they do. And I think I heard that that's what Saint was talking about with his friends. They think the game will just be a lot different in a year, and some people might quit because of that. But I mean, fuck it, bro. I think the game just needs to be more casual. I just want it to be more chill, bro. Like the raids are fun, the classes are fun, but like in its current state, could you ever recommend it to somebody? Absolutely fucking not, bro. You know what I mean? Like they need more solo content, which I think the new island thing will be fun. What's it called? Paradise. You can't. Like you can't. Like you can't say, yeah, bro, come on in here. And these are all really promising changes, but I think the biggest thing is just the vibe and the approach. I still feel bad about him tearing up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I know it's like not a big deal. It is what it is. This is his job, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like Korea is just fucked up. Yeah, I mean, at this low one, I'm pretty sure now we're going into with a good mindset of just seeing the raid, seeing female paladin, and seeing what kind of content they're going to make going forward. And just expect for fun shit.